Hello and welcome to my live video session this morning. My name is Donna and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. I do apologise for not going on yesterday morning, yesterday for World Card Making Day. It was an awfully busy day, so I do apologise. So I'm here now and I want to show you why I was not available yesterday, because I had a class. We had a Shadowbox wreath class that we were doing. So the reason why I didn't go live was the wreath class was so awesome and so fun, and it takes a fair while to create these gorgeous wreaths. So by the time it finished, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to jump on tomorrow and do a class. Now, for some of you, yes, Kim's saying I'm on early today. And the reason that I'm on early today, we have just started our daylight savings here in New South Wales. So we actually lost an hour this morning. So I am very early. And for people that aren't in New South Wales, we are an hour earlier than a lot of other states. So because we're an hour earlier than a lot of other states, my time for crafting will be changing, because I will still go live at the same time as what I normally do. It will just be an hour earlier because of daylight savings. So welcome and good morning. It is Sunday morning here at 9:07, which for most people that is 8 o'clock in the morning instead of 9 o'clock in the morning. So welcome. So I've actually got a fun project to show you today. I'm doing some gift card holders, and the reason why I'm doing some gift card holders is I run a card swap group every month, and the theme for the card swap group this month is gift card holders. So I checked out and I found this awesome gift card holder. So yes, Rosalind, it's daylight savings time once again. So I'm actually going to show you this awesome gift card holder and how to make it with three different purposes, three different looks to this gift card holder, and it is super easy once you know the measurements. Now, for everybody that wants to say you've made your swaps, well done, Fran. For everybody, well, I put my hand up for 6 this month. So if you want to know, the handmade card swap group is Stamping with Donna G handmade card swap group. So you just need to find it on Facebook. I will try and probably pop the link. I just didn't get time this morning, but I will try and pop the link into the description of this video after I finish today. And you'll be able to click on the link and request to join. My answer to requesting to join too is make sure you answer the questions so we know who you are, where you're from. I couldn't hear what you said. Oh, Siri's talking to me now on my phone, on my watch. So please make sure you answer the questions so that we can accept you in the group. It's part and parcel of requesting to join the group is to answer the questions. You might decide after seeing me, Shirley, well, it's a nice gift card holder, and I think it's something a little bit different. So sadly, celebration has ended for us. We actually do have a new suite of products that are coming. I will show you those when I get them. I actually ordered them on Friday, so when they arrive I will show you what they look like and talk a little bit more about it. So there is a reason for joining my Stampin' Up team this month. It's to be able to purchase this beautiful early release suite that's coming out of our January to June mini catalog. So the January and June mini catalog will be released in January, and they have decided to release a suite of products early for us to use. So when I get those in my hot little hands, I will actually show you, I will craft with it and show you what it's like, but you actually can place it in a starter kit. So there is a bonus to joining this month. You get the $235 worth of product for $169, but you're able to pop this new suite in. So probably when I get the new suite, you might be looking at it saying, oh, I want that suite. And if that's the case, case, you may want to pop it into a starter kit. Anything that I use that is current product can be put into a starter kit, and you can enjoy a 20% discount off all your crafting products and join our Wild Heart Crafters community, which is really, we're an awesome bunch of girls all over Australia, and it's so fun to be a part of a crafting community and a supportive community like we have. So our team is pretty awesome. There's quite a few of our team members on here this morning. So if you want to be a part of a special group, then you need to purchase the starter kit. Any links that you need to purchase the starter kit, you'll find in the Show More box in YouTube down below the video and in the description of the video over on Facebook. So yes, Jill, you would be watching in bed. It'd be super early for you over in Western Australia because we're way ahead of you in time. And now another hour again. All right, so first of all, I want to show you the gorgeous wreath that we made, or that one of my team members made yesterday. She came to my class. Now I've got my iPad here. I'm just going to show you a picture of her gorgeous wreath that she made. Hopefully you'll be able to see it on my iPad here. Can you see that? How gorgeous is that wreath? So that's a Shadowbox wreath class that we did yesterday. And I will be holding another one of these wreath classes. Now, Jackie actually decided that she didn't want to do a traditional Christmas wreath. I can show you my wreath that I did, which is a Christmas one. It's got fairy lights and everything in it. So I'll just bring in my wreath there. Hang on, I turn on the fairy lights so you can see what it looks like. If I can find the switch there. Okay, so there's the fairy lights turned on. Okay, so that's mine, which is a Christmas one that we did. But as you can see, Jackie decided to just use flowers and a different color scheme, but you can see how different you can get a totally different look by just changing up the colors and changing up the gorgeous embellishments that she put on it. So the world is your oyster with these shadow wreath boxes. I can tell you, they are absolutely stunning. They take a long time because you've got to punch out these sprig punches all separately and be able to glue them all on individually. So it takes a fair while to actually build your wreath. But once you build it, you can see absolutely stunning. So Jackie said that what she's going to do is she's going to make probably another one and just change it out for the different seasons of the year. So you could have a Christmas one, you could change it out and have an autumn one, you could change it out and have a spring one with some nice bright spring colors. I have got another team member that said that she wanted to make hers into a baby one, so as a present. So Merle's on here today. Merle was in the class yesterday. She said, I promise I will finish mine, Donna. So Merle and Belinda and Jackie, we had a great time yesterday. It was an awesome class. But as you can see, and Merle, you didn't get to see Jackie's finish. So there you go. That's her finished wreath. So absolutely stunning. And the color scheme was quite different. And as you can see, yeah, gorgeous look. And I just want to look at that. Look at that detail. How gorgeous is that? All right. So I will be holding another one of these classes. So if you wanted to do it via the post, if you want to get it delivered to your doorstep, then you can do that. The class costs $75 to attend in person. If you wanted to get it by mail, it will cost $95 because it's $20 postage to get the gorgeous frame sent out and all of the things that you will need to be able to complete your frame. So the only thing that you will need, as far as if you've got it by mail, you would need a glue gun, a hot glue gun, and something to be able to snip the back of the photo frame to be able to let your wires come out. But yeah, a simply stunning class, and super excited. Yeah, I know, Fran. You get to come to retreat. You can do it at retreat. Fran wants to do it in person, but we may be able to do it. Fran, if things open up, we may be able to do a class. I could even do a class, I don't know, sometime in the new year if we have to wait until borders open, because that's a class I could do all year round. So Yes, I did say, Deborah, you did ask me about whether I was going to do a tutorial, and I will. I just need to be able to have time to take some videos of the steps and things, and do a PDF tutorial. But I can definitely do that. But I'm just in the middle of trying to get prepped for retreats, and it's a super, super busy time for me at the moment. So probably getting towards the end of the year, like maybe December, I may be able to get around and be able to do something like that. So I'm going to do this super fun fold card today, and I've cut quite a few things ahead of time. So this one here, I'm actually using, this is the Host Pack party paper that you can get. It's a massive stack of designer series paper. So it is called the Pattern Party Host Paper. You can find it on page 171 in our annual catalogue. So I'll show you where you can find it in the catalogue. So 171. So it's right towards the back, and it's down here. So the item code number is 155426. It's actually in the description of this video as well. I've popped the link in there. But this is the gorgeous Host pattern party host paper that you can get. So when you do an order for $250, you can order this as your host item. Okay, so when you do an order over $250, you earn Stampin' rewards. You can actually purchase this paper with your Stampin' rewards. So it's a massive stack of paper. And I'm going to show you how to do this fun gift card holder. So I've done quite a few pieces ahead of time. Now, everyone asked me for the measurements of my projects. This will be my tutorial that I send out every Tuesday morning. I send out a free tutorial showing you the measurements and everything of the project that I do in my live video. And it's normally the live video that I do on the weekend. So if you want the measurements for this, please make sure you go to that email list and sign up. I'm just wondering whether there's a way I may be able to, let me see. I may be able to get you that list, the link for the list. Just hang on and I see if I can do it. I can there. Okay, let me see. If I pick the right video, let's go here. I'm just going to grab the link for you so that then I'll pop it into the comments. So if you wanted to click on the link in the comments, that will actually sign you up to my email list, because I have this question get asked all the time. How can you sign up? Now I'm just going to see if I can do it here and whether it will let me. Let's try that. Okay, so I've just popped a link there and it's on YouTube. I don't know whether it's come up on Facebook, but I've just popped the link there in the comment section. All right, so if you sign up to my email list, I send out the measurements, okay? And you need to understand that they get sent out once a week, and that is it, that I do not send individual emails. So if you miss your email or you lose your email, I am not able to send one individual email because it takes too much time away. So we've got a card base here, and I'm using Flirty Flamingo, and I'm using this gorgeous patterned paper. All right. Now this here is a typical trifold card. So it's folded in a Z shape, and then we're going to decorate that with some layers as well. So I'm just going to line up these layers. And I decided that I was going to make this into just a birthday card. I thought a birthday card, a lot of the time we make birthday cards and we want to send like a gift card to somebody. So you got it on YouTube, Lynn. Well done. So I'm just going to, now, okay, so that piece there is going to go on here. So this is actually going to sit on our card base, and it's going to fold up like this, okay? All right, so I'm going to glue that down because there's nothing else that I actually need to do on that piece. So I'm going to glue that down onto the top of my card, right there. And I'll show you the scoring and everything in the next one that I do. I just had this one all scored, ready to go. All right, So we then have a piece that can go in here that we can stamp a sentiment on and pop it in here. So I'm actually going to, on the front of the card, I'm actually going to use happy birthday to you. And then I'm going to stamp hip, hip, hooray out of the best you stamp set on the inside. So I'm just going to grab a block. Okay. And I think I'm going to do it in real red because I'm using real red as all the layers to it, like the matting layers. So I think I'll, it's on Facebook too. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So make sure you get onto that email list. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. The only thing that I can say is please don't, if you get any other emails from me, don't unsubscribe from it because you'll unsubscribe yourself from getting that email every time. So some people unsubscribe because they get something about the sales or something about my stamps club that doesn't correspond with them. But if you unsubscribe from your free email. All right, so I'm just going to Matthew saying the email list is fantastic because you get inspiration from me every week. All right, so I'm just going to do that, and that's actually going to go here on the inside. So I'm just going to glue that with my liquid glue. So these are pretty easy and pretty straightforward to do, but quite effective, I feel. Okay, so we're going to glue that one on there. Now, this next piece is going to be where our gift card holder is going to go. So we've got our matting layer like we've been doing with the real red. And I'm just going to grab, a punch that we can punch out, just like a little, what am I trying to say? Like a finger hold bit that you can grab hold of the gift card. All right, so I'm just going to, with my Label Me Lovely punch, I'm just going to pop that in, line it up that we're probably even both sides, and I'm just going to punch that out. And that's going to give me a cute little patterned piece there, okay? Now, the main thing to do with this is we don't want to have a lot of glue. We want to be able to fit our gift card in, so we don't want to have a lot of glue. You can either use your liquid Tombow and just run a tiny, tiny little stream of glue, and I'm just going to grab one of my silicone mats so I don't get any glue on my desk. So we're just going to run a tiny little bit of glue just around the outside edges of that layer, leaving this top part as our opening. Okay, so a tiny, tiny little bit of glue all around the whole three sides. Hey, Glenda, how you going? Welcome. Tiny bit of glue around the outsides, and then that is going to line up on that layer with a little border going around, okay? And then we're going to have room to be able to pop our gift card in there. And sometimes I feel like it's easy just to push it up. Can you see there? I've pushed and got a little bit of a opening. Just push those top two corners and get that little bit of an opening, and it's easier then to be able to slide in. Tear and tape would be good, but yes, has to be very thin, Matthew. Yes, exactly. Because you need to have room for that gift card holder to go in there. So I'm just going to take that aside. Then that's just going to glue onto the insert. So we're going to do that. Okay, so just there like that. All right, so that is our gorgeous part that's going to sit in the middle of this card. So it's going to be a little bit bulky. You will be able to post it. You'll probably have to use extra postage to be able to post it. But I'm actually going to sit that onto a base as well to make it sit really nice and solid and quite heavy on the front of that card. All right, so you've got lots of layers happening here, so there is a fair bit of weight to it. All right, so I'm going to pop some glue on the back here. And we're just going to line that up in the center of this base. So just like that. All right, so we've got that happening there like that. I'll just wait for that to take hold a little bit. And then I'm going to glue that down onto my card base. So welcome everybody that's tuning in at the moment. Please make sure that you share back over onto your social media sites. If you're on YouTube, make sure you share back over onto your Facebook profile. If you're on Facebook, make sure you share it onto your personal timeline so some of your friends can get to see some of this crafting as well. So I've got that and I've mounted it now onto that base. So as you can see, cute. All right, so now all we need to do is do the happy birthday to you. So I'm going to grab that out. Happy birthday to you. And I think I'm going to be able to do that on a scrap white piece of cardstock. And I think I'm going to be able to use my other favorite punch that I use with that one, which is the Everyday Label Punch. So I'm going to use the Everyday Label Punch to punch that out. I'm just going to grab a block, mount that onto a block and stamp it. I'm going to stamp it again with the Real Red. I'm going to stamp right smack bang in the middle of that basic white. Okay, I'm going to use my Everyday Label Punch and punch that out. So like that. And then I'm going to use the Label Me Lovely punch that we used to cut that little tiny finger hole piece out. I'm then going to cut a Real Red of those like that. Okay. And then I'm going to mount that up on some dimensionals, and I think I've ran out of dimensionals, which I have. Yes, I'll just have to grab a new pack. Okay. So I'm just going to mount that up onto some dimensionals to then pop onto that Real Red label. Okay. And I'm just going to, I think I'm going to mount it that way. Do I want to mount it that way? No, I think I'm going to mount it that way. Okay, so you can see here our Real Red label behind gives us that fun look. All right, I'm going to glue that directly down onto the front. Over here, because we've already got a fair bit of dimension happening. Okay. And I do need to fold those a little bit better. I didn't crease them as well as I should. So make sure that you crease your folds really, really well. And by creasing your folds really well, it will sit nice and flat. Okay. Okay, there. It's going to sit a bit flatter. All right, and then I'm going to use, I think some of this gorgeous ribbon here. So this is our ribbon out of our January to June, our July to December mini catalogue, and it is called the Cherry Cobbler and Gold ribbon. I'm just going to say ribbon. I don't know what those words are there. Metallic ribbon. All right, so I'm just going to tie a cute little bow out of this gorgeous ribbon. Okay. And a pair of scissors. Okay. I think I'm just going to sit that there. So I'm just going to, with some Seal Plus there, pop my ribbon into there. And I feel like it needs a bit of bling. So I think I'm going to use my silver and clear epoxy shapes. I think I'm going to use these ones here. Just pop them around. So I think one there, one up there, and one just down there. Okay. And there you have a super, super quick, easy, fun fold card. And you have your gift card holder in there. Now, let me see. I've got a card here. We can just pop your gift card down into there. So like that. Okay. So there you have it. Super cute, super easy. All right. So now let's change it up a little bit and just change the type of card, sorry, the suite that we're using next. So I've changed up the color scheme and decided to go for some Sahara sand and use our Peaceful Deer as the set. And I'm using the Tidings of Christmas Designer Series paper. So the Tidings of Christmas Designer Series paper is stunning. Okay. Now that can be found in our annual catalogue on page 133. So I can show you where you can find that. So where all of our designer series paper is, there it is there down the bottom. So item code number 155718. I do have the link to my online store down in the description of the video on YouTube and also in the description of the Facebook video. Now, I do need to say, for anybody that wants to place any online orders, if you use the link in my current videos, the host code will be already on that link. So you don't have to worry about adding the monthly host code. But I do urge you to use that link to be able to shop with me, because it automatically will put the host code to that order, because Stampin' Up! Are not allowing us to put the host codes to those orders anymore. So so because we're not allowed to put those host, well, we can. We get a limit of 10. And I mean, I get more than 10 orders throughout the month. So because of that reason, I miss out on getting Stampin' rewards because they accumulate on smaller orders that are under $250. I lose out on that. So, and that's how I get to give you free items and free giveaways. So I do urge anybody that wants to place orders with me to please make sure that you use the current link on the latest video that I've got, because it will have that host code added to it. It's the only way. And I do urge customers to make sure that they use that link if you're shopping online with me. So I've got some Sahara sand card base, and I've got my designer series paper like I did on the first one. Now with this one, I'm going to bring in the paper trimmer and I'm going to show you the scoring that I did on this longer piece. So you'll get 2 of these out of an A4 sheet of cardstock. You will get 2 of these working mechanisms out of an A4 sheet, because I've actually cut the A4 sheet long ways. All right. So I'm actually going to score this at 3 1/4. And then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to fold out the arm on my trimmer. I'm going to pull it out. So I've done it at 3 1/4 there, right? And then I'm actually going to flip my cardstock over and I'm going to take it to 6 1/2. And I'm going to score it at 6 1/2. All right. Now, the reason why I flipped that over, when you score, when you create a valley, when you're scoring to makes that mark in your cardstock, you create a valley. You always fold against that valley. So you have the mountain of your score line on the inside of your fold. You have the valley of your score line on the outside of your fold, all right? So the reason that I flipped it over is because we want it to go into that Z shape. So I'm going to fold that one that way. So my valley fold was there and it's turned it into a mountain fold. I know that sounds a little bit crazy. Now, the mountain is here. That's going to go to the inside and my valley fold, my valley crease is on the outside, okay? So we're going to fold it like that. And that's going to give us that Z shape, all right? So even like really crease that really nicely now while you're doing it. I didn't do that on my first one, which I should have. So crease it really nicely so it will sit down really well, and turn it over and crease it on the opposite way as well. All right, so we've got that. So we've got our base. We've got that ready to go like that. Okay, so we've got some layers. This is the layer that that base is going to sit on. We have I forgotten something? I think I did. What have I got here? Oh no, okay, all good. So we've got our layers here for the inside as well. So I'm just going to, this one here, I'm going to layer that one up because I'm going to pop that on the front here. So I'm just going to, and I'm probably not going to pop it on the front just yet because I might bring in a bit of ribbon for a bit of bling that we can wrap around this layer. So I'm just going to pop that onto, and I'm using crumb cake as these layers just to add a little bit of extra color to the card. So I'm just going to pop that one on there. This one here, again, is going to be our gift card holder. So I'm just going to grab the Label Me Lovely punch wherever I put it. There it is there. How do you lose something so quickly and so easily? Good morning, everyone. Thank you for jumping on. I don't know whether someone type a comment in. I don't know whether my comments are working. It looks like I haven't had a comment for a fair while, so maybe my comments have stopped for some reason. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up and punch that out to give me that little finger hole mark again. And I'm going to pop that on. Okay, friend, thank you. I've seen a comment, so that's good. I'm just going to bring in my silicone mat again so I don't get any glue on my desk. Thank you. I don't know, it looked like the comments had stopped, but you must all be just mesmerized and watching. All right, so I'm just going to run that little bit of glue down around those three edges again. I had a little bow of ribbon, but this one I think I'm going to wrap some ribbon around, Sue. I know. I didn't want to disappoint you. You all know me. All right, so I'm going to line that one up on that crumb cake piece of cardstock. And once again, just with your fingers, push slightly so that that gets that little bit of a buckle happening. Okay, so we get that little bit of a buckle happening, all enthralled, yeah. So we get that little bit of a buckle happening on that designer series paper, so it's easier to put the gift card in. Okay, so just as simple, it only has to be a smidge just to make that buckle a little bit to make it pop up. All right. And I'm going to glue that one directly in because that's all we're going to do for that part. So this designer series paper is absolutely stunning because it's got beautiful, like the Sahara sand, but then it's also got the cherry cobbler and the evening evergreen, the soft succulent. It's got beautiful colors that go with it. So it's a stunning set. Okay, so we've got that happening there. So of course we're going to use the Peaceful Deer here. So we've got to work out what we're going to pop. I think I'm going to do Wishing You a Wonderful Year and Friendships, Dear. I think I'm going to do that on the inside. And I'm just going to keep this card as like a monochromatic card, like just with the Sahara sand, because I think it's really nice not to add too much color, but to just have like a card that is like this. All right, so let me get that out of the way. All right, so I'm just going to ink up that sentiment and see if I can see which way it is, that way. And we're going to pop that in the center of that piece there. I'm then going to take the cute little trees and just pop some little trees, still in the soft succulent. Sorry, in the Sahara sand, I should say. I'm just going to pop a couple of little trees down in that corner there. Okay. Right, then I'm going to line that up onto the crumb cake piece that just fell on the floor. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Like that. Yeah, you love the colours in the paper, Brie. I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, and then I'm going to pop that on that center part of my card. So right there. Okay. Now we have this piece, which is the front focal part of our card. As I said, I'm going to wrap a little bit of ribbon around that piece. So I think I want to use some of my gold ribbon, I think. This one here. And look, I'm at the end of this ribbon. All right, so I'm going to just pop a little bit of Seal Plus there and there. I'm going to pop that gold ribbon into the Seal Plus, wrap it around. Okay, and my scissors and trim it off. I don't think I'm going to have enough of that to do a bow out of, but I will actually grab another roll, and I could have made that a lot straighter than what it is. Okay, let's look at that from the front there. That's a little bit better. All right, so I'm just going to now glue that down onto the front. Remember to make sure my folds are tight. I know, but I seem to, I mean, it does want to bounce up, but I think it's cute that it bounces up like that a little bit, because when they pull it out of the envelope, it will bounce up a little bit. Because it does bounce up a little bit. And I will go again, Fran, because you told me to go again. I will go again. Okay, that, and we'll go in there. Oh. And there. All right, so we have that. Then we're going to ground it onto our piece of crumb cake. So we'll grab some glue and ground it onto that piece. So I'm doing well. I'll have 3 of my card swaps done. So sorry if you're going to get me as a partner, you're probably going to see maybe the card that you got, but it'll be a surprise which one you get. All right, and then that can go onto that one. So I'm just going to pop some glue on there. Like so. And just eyeball it to get it that it's in the center. All right. Now, I feel like I want to stamp a deer. Or do I just, you know what? I'm just going to grab some, I'm going to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to grab some, you're going to go mad on me, but some punches that are retired, but I still have them, and I think most of you would probably still have them. I'm going to grab my 2 1/4 inch punch and my 2-inch punch, but you could use the layering circles. For the ease of this video, it's easier for me to use my punches. All right. And I'm just going to grab a piece of crumb cake and my 2 1/4 inch. I'm going to punch that out like that. And I'm going to grab a piece of basic white. Let me see if that's going to be big enough. Yeah, just. Okay, so I'm going to grab another. I feel like I want to do the trees on here as well. So I feel like I want to do some of those little trees I had before. I'm going to do that. I'm going to create a bit of a scene. So I think I might punch my circle first so I can see where I'm going with it. Punch my circle. Okay. And then I think I want to do some of these cute little trees. I also want to do sending love and peace this season. So I'm going to see if I can grab that and put that in the middle of the circle first. So we know where we're going to be able to put the trees. Okay, so I'm just going to sending love and peace this season, like that. Then I'm going to ink up the trees, and I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of paper to pop underneath me so I don't get any of this on my desk. And I'm just going to stamp those trees off to the side. And even some just down the bottom here. Yeah, I think that's good. Cute. Cute as a button. All right. And then I'm going to pop that up onto some dimensionals. Like so. Then that can go here. So I think I'm gonna, oh no, I need to glue it down. I think I'm gonna glue it down with some Seal Plus. Okay, so let's glue it down over that ribbon and there onto the side. And then of course I need to grab another roll of that ribbon, which I have here. Just need to get it off my ribbon holder, and all of the ribbons are going to fall. But no, they didn't. Well done. It's always a good thing when I can get the ribbon off the ribbon holder without all the ribbons falling down everywhere and unraveling everywhere. Okay, so let's go like that. And we will do a gorgeous bow out of this gold ribbon. Well, we'll try that bow again. That one didn't work real well. Great cards again, Sue. And, you know, by the look of it, our area might go into lockdown again. We've had more COVID cases. And, yeah, I may end up having more lockdown crafting sessions again. All right, so I'm just going to pop that one there. And, of course, what would absolutely set this gift card holder off is our beautiful, you know it, my favorite, the gilded gems. Yeah, I know, he's right, Fran. Yep. It's getting awfully close to my retreat times, and yep, cases are ramping up. Okay, so where am I going to pop this? I think I want one up there, a smaller one here, And another, oh, that small one didn't want to stay there. Let's try again. There. I missed the glue dot. There. Let's grab that glue dot. And we might pop it there. Let's see if I can get that to go there. Oh, can I get it to do it? Can I get it to do it? Flip it over. Whoa, there, look at that. That was precision. Thank you for sharing, Kay. Thank you. So there you have it. A second one. Do you want a third one? Does everyone want a third one? Type into the comments. Let me know. Do you want me to make a third one? Type into the comments if you want a third one. So far we've made these two gorgeous ones. Like that. Joanne saying yes, please. Glenda saying yes, please. Sue, Bree, Myrtle. Kay. All right. Okay. You've twisted my arm. I will have to do a third one. All right. So I decided that I was going to bring in an older bundle that we've had around for a while. But with the gorgeous new papers, you can really revamp some of our stamp sets and bundles that we have. So this one here is the Perfectly Plaid bundle. You can find this in our annual catalogue. This one it was in one of our holiday catalogues. It made it into our annual catalogue. So it's been around for a while, but it's an absolutely, hey, Susan, how are you going? It's an absolutely cute set. So I thought I would pair it up with the beautiful Tidings of Christmas Designer Series paper and our gorgeous soft succulent. So once again, I'm going to adhere my Designer Series paper layer down onto that base. We're just going to go like that. Okay, so you can see in this paper, we've got gorgeous soft succulent. So this is the same paper as what I used in, you twisted gently, you twisted my arm gently. So this is the same Designer Series paper as I just used in the last card, but this is some of the green tones, which is really, really nice. So here we have that working mechanism part again. I just need to grab myself a bit of space here. I need to pop some things over behind me so I can get a bit of space beside me here. Okay, so once again, the gorgeous Tidings of Christmas Designer Series paper. So you can see we've got gorgeous greens and we've also got the soft succulents, the reds. So beautiful Christmas colors, but you can really get a totally different look by, as I said, just using that monochromatic look. You can get a totally different look and you wouldn't believe that that comes out of this stack of paper. All right, so we've got our working mechanism part again. So we're going to come in and we're going to score that again. We're going to score at 3 1/4 one way. Okay, we're going to flip it over and score at 6 1/2 on the opposite side. Okay, so we've made a valley and a trough in our score lines. So we're going to make, a valley, a mountain and a valley. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that mountain score is on the inside and the mountain score here is on the inside. Okay, so we're going to, you slept in, I know, Robin, but we've got daylight savings. So because we've got daylight savings, we lost an hour. I don't like daylight savings. Does anyone know that? I hate it. But anyway, we have no choice. It's the state we live in. All right, so we now have our triple fold working mechanism part again. So that's going to be our base that we're going to ground it with. We have, ooh, and I've missed a piece of Designer Series paper in this one. So I'm going to have to cut a piece of Designer Series paper for that piece there because I've missed that. Just bear with me while I do that. Okay, so it's going to be that. Let me hope I've got this measurement right. let me see if I got it right. Did I get it right? Oh, look at that. I did. Amazing. All right. Now, I did use a scrap. This one is actually not as high as the other one, so I did use a scrap for that one, but it will still work because really all we need is to be able to hold that card holder in there. I'm just going to grab my label, my lovely punch once again, and I'm going to punch that little finger hold part, making sure that it looks like it's even there. So for those of you that don't have the punches, they are fantastic for doing crafting like this. Like if you've got a bit of crafting that you need to do and you're going to make multiples, punches are the way to go because punches are so much easier to deal with and I'm just going to bring in my silicone mat again. Punches are so much easier to deal with when you're doing multiples rather than getting the die cutting machine out. So but as I said, for those circles that I used in the last card, you can use your layering circles and you'll get the same effect. Your layering circles dies. All right, so we're going to adhere that little gift card holder piece to, and this is our evening evergreen. So we're just going to get that to take hold on that bottom bit first. And then at the top, once we've got it to take hold on the bottom, at the top, we're just going to squeeze it in a little bit with our fingers to get that buckling effect, to be able to get your gift card holder in. Hey, Elfie, how you going? I am very well. It's been a while since I've seen you, Elfie, so welcome. All right, so we've got that little buckling happening to make it easier to get your gift card holder in. So I'm going to now adhere that to my triple fold piece. I'm on earlier, Elfie, than normal because we have daylight savings here now. So because we have daylight savings, we've lost an hour this morning. Don't know where it went, but we've lost it. All right, so now we've got our centerpiece where we're going to be able to write on the card. So I'm just going to here, I think I'm just going to do Merry Christmas. And this is a well used stamp set, I'm telling you. I like, when you look at my stamp set, can you see how well it was used? I loved it, absolutely loved it. It was a super easy stamp set to create some quick, easy cards with. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and I think I'm going to stamp that in Evening Evergreen. Actually, no, I'm not going to stamp it in Evening Evergreen. I'm going to stamp it in Cherry Cobbler. We're going to do Merry Christmas, although I probably should have done. I'm going to change up my mind. I know I'm sounding like I'm indecisive, but I'm going to do this one on the inside and then I'm going to do that one on the front. I've changed my mind. I'm going to ink up this one. So this one says, hoping that your busy year comes together in Christmas cheer. So I'm just going to leave that one over there for the time being. I'm going to ink up that and we're going to pop that in the middle of that. I'm actually going to go over to the side here, like that. Because I have a bit of an idea. I think I'm going to use this cute, bushy little tree here. And I think I'm going to stamp that over on that side. And I'm going to do that in our Evening Evergreen. You know, pop my Cherry Cobbler ink away so I will close it up so I don't end up with it everywhere. I'm going to bring in that scrap piece of paper again so I can protect my work surface there. And I'm just going to ink up that Evening Evergreen tree and I'm just going to pop that down in that bottom corner. So like that. How cute is that? Okay. So that's actually going to line up on that evening evergreen piece. Yeah, I thought it was a cute layout, Jennifer. Yes, exactly. All right. It was an older video of Lisa Curcio. I was checking videos out and it was an older video. It's one from about a year ago. So the design's not mine. I mean, but it's what we do, don't we? We case and share everything. Copy and share everything. Isn't that what it is? All right. So I'm going to pop that into the middle part. Like so. And I do have some good news because I don't know whether anyone's been listening to the news lately, but it looks like I might be able to go on my incentive trip next year, which is super, super exciting. It looks like New South Wales is opening up international travel starting next month from New South Wales. So it definitely looks like, and home quarantine for 7 days when you come home in your own home. So it looks like I might be able to go on my incentive trip, considering I've earned 4 of them and been on 1. Copying is the highest form of flattery. I agree. As long as we give people some credit where credit's due. So, all right. So now in this ribbon, we have that gorgeous cherry cobbler ribbon. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to wrap that beautiful cherry cobbler ribbon around. So we'll just do a bit of Seal Plus on both sides. Wrap a bit of that around. Myrtle, you'll carry my luggage. Well, yes, I don't know who I'm going to take with me. I mean, it's a hard decision to make. I want to take both my girls, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see what pans out. One daughter lives in Queensland, so that's going to be a hard thing. All right, so I'm going to just move that up a tad. All right, so we have that happening there on the front. So I'm going to glue that on. So I think the main thing with these is to keep, because there's a fair bit of folding of cardstock and a fair bit of weight and heftiness to these, I think you're best to probably keep the dimension down as much as you can. So, I mean, normally I would pop this layer up, but because of the amount of bulkness of the card, like when it's folded up, it will go into an envelope quite easily. But because of the amount of bulkness in it, I think you really need to keep your dimension to a minimum amount. All right, so now that's going to go onto that base part, and then the base can get connected to there. So we're going to stand that just in there like that. Okay, and then that's going to go onto there. So we're going to grab some liquid glue. Okay, and we're going to do that. So I'm just going to eyeball that onto that base. And there you have your gorgeous gift card holder part. Okay. Now, I'm going to do the Merry Christmas. So I think the Merry Christmas would probably be able to fit in that punch that I've got. So I'm just going to check it out and see. I'm just going to randomly have a go at this. So I'm going to ink up my Merry Christmas in Cherry Cobbler and stamp that down. I'm nearly positive it will fit in that punch. Virginia, you love the idea. I know it's a gorgeous gift card holder. When I seen it, I was like, that is really, really cute. All right, so I'm going to grab my everyday label punch. I'm positive this will fit. I'm hoping. Everyone hold your breath. Let's see if this is going to fit in here. Yes, easy as. Easy peasy. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then, of course, I'm going to probably do the Label Me Lovely punch, and I'm probably going to use some of my evening evergreen to have as a little bundle in behind. Oh, a label in behind. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a scrap of evening evergreen. There's one. I found a scrap, but it's a scrap that I could use for something else already, and I'm okay. Oh, I'm just going to punch that out. Okay. So I'm just going to glue that directly down onto there. I'm not going to pop it up because I want to stamp something else and pop something else up. Okay, so I'm going to do that and that, like that. Okay, and then I want to stamp a little tree. I think I'm going to do the plaid Christmas tree. And I think I'm going to stamp that in our evening evergreen. Grab a piece of basic white scrap. Check out my punch, which way? Yep, that way. So I'm just going to grab a block to mount that up on. I probably should have my, I was going to say I probably should have my piece mat underneath me to make this tree stamp nice. So I'm just going to grab that, my evening evergreen, going to ink it up. Stamp it down like that. Oh, don't you just love that plaid tree? Isn't it cute? All right, and then I'm going to punch that out with my punch. So line it up, punch it out. And then I feel like I'm going to pop that up on there. So I'm going to glue that one directly down. So I'm just going to use my Seal Plus to glue that directly down onto there. So wow, look at that. Not even an hour. And I've made 3 of these gorgeous gift card holders. So as you can see, I'm just trying to find my dimensionals. Of course, they always go missing, don't they? They always go somewhere where where you can't see them. All right, so I'm just going to pop that tree up onto some dimensionals. It does finish it off, doesn't it, the tree? I agree. So we're just going to pop that about there. And then, of course, you know me, we need a bow. Of course we need a bow. Only a little bow, though, because I want to put a little bow just on the trunk of that tree. So I just want it to be little. So what I do with bows, when you are trying to get the size of the bow, you just got to keep holding that knot in the middle and then pulling the 2 loops, and then holding the knot in the middle and pulling the 2 loops to get it to the size that you want. So I'm just going to keep going littler, and then you pull it a little bit tighter, and then you go a little bit littler again, holding that knot, and then pull it tighter. Okay. I think it still needs to go a tiny little bit littler. Can I get it to go littler? It's a fairly bulky. I could probably use maybe my little gold. We might have a bit of a vote on this, whether we use this one, because I'm struggling here with trying to get that to pull out. Are we going to use this little bow? So I'm going to cut it and see what it looks like. Or okay, so this little bow here does look a little bit big. Well, that's cute. Or should I do this? Get it out. This. I could have probably just tied a knot. Maybe. I thought maybe this. We'll see what this looks like. Although, look at that. What about if I take it there? I'm thinking, what about I do this? I don't know. We'll see. You like the red one just up there? I don't know. I was thinking like that. What do you think? Looks good above the sentiment. Sue's gone gold. Susan's gone gold. Do we do the both though? Does it look bad with both of them? Can we do the gold on the tree? And then that one up there? What do you think? I could definitely do both. Myrtle told me I could do both. Virginia said she likes the red on the bottom of the tree. Sue saying no, overload, too much happening. Nice on the tree with gold. Yes, both. Why not do both? Above makes that kind of look like an ornament. Just the gold on the tree. Above the sentiment, no gold. You know what? You know me. I'm going to go both. Okay, I'm going to do gold up there because apparently it looks like an ornament. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to do the little gold there. Because I can. And of course, I think I'm going to finish it off with some of those gilded gems. We could probably do the gilded gems like some baubles on the tree. Look at this. It's all happening. Look at that. Talk about an overload. Oh, it's going to have to stay there because the thing came off the back. I need another small one. I need another small one just in the middle there. You love this one, Fran? I feel like I need another one there. And watch out, another one down here. Because we can. There we go. No more, no more. Tell me to stop. It's all happening. What else can I find? I don't know. I know what else I can find. A little bit of spritzing. Why not? Of course. We all need spritzing. Serena saying stop. Lol. Well, look, it looks so much better with the spritzing. You have to admit. All right, so let's bring in those 3 that we did. So you can see there some super fun. So a gorgeous happy birthday one, a beautiful monochromatic one, and a gorgeous traditional Christmas tree one. So as you can see, easy, super easy to do, super stunning. And I can tell you, if you are not going to see your loved ones this year and you want to send them a gift card, I think something like this would be super, super awesome to be able to make a gorgeous card and send them a beautiful gift card. So any of the items that you have seen me using today can be purchased through my online store. You can see the links in the show more box down below on YouTube, and you can see the links in the description on the Facebook video. If you're watching back this replay, if you haven't subscribed to YouTube, please feel free to subscribe to YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, please make sure you like and follow my Facebook business page so you don't miss any more fabulous crafting sessions. So depending on what happens with lockdown, I may be here for many more crafting sessions again. So Lord knows what will happen. But yes, we've had quite a few cases overnight. Oh, well, not actually overnight, last night, the night before we did. So yeah, so towns around us have gone into lockdown. So we're still, fingers crossed, we're not in lockdown at the moment, but I feel like it's looming. So but anyway, after the 11th, I think everywhere has to be opened up after the 11th of October. So yes, thank you, everyone. Make sure you give me the thumbs up, exactly what Bree just said. Give me the thumbs up. So, oh, no worries, Yellow. You can watch the replay. I'm about to finish anyway, and the replay will be there for you to watch again. So thank you. Make sure you say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Make sure you subscribe. And if you want to purchase any of the products, they're in the show more box down below and in the description of the video. So thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. Please stay safe, stay well, and I will see you next time I craft. Thanks again.